What's going on, guys? It is Nightmare here, and today I'm going to be doing a new series on my channel, and it's going to be doing, I'm going to be doing character analysis and series analysis, basically analysis of anime in general, and that will be, I'll make a new part to that for every 10 subs, so there'll be no like requirement, but there will be a sub requirement, so for every 10 subs, we'll be making a new part to the series. So, after further ado, cue the intro. Alright, so I know you guys just won't go by my opinion, which is why Uraraka is a bad character. So I've came up with a couple categories, which will be linked in the description. I'll have timestamps for the categories that you can go to. You just want to see a certain category, but I'd recommend seeing the full video so you can understand my point of view and a lot of other point of views to why Uraraka is really a bad character. Alright, first point. Her quirk. So, as you can see on the screen, I'm playing clips of Uraraka using her quirk, and as you can see, her quirk is really a hindrance. She has to touch people with all four hands, and if she doesn't touch a person with all four hands, all 5 fingers, nothing really happens. Her quirk doesn't activate, so if someone prevents her from touching you with all 5 fingers, like if they cut off one of her fingers, she's done. She can't use her quirk. It's that simple. It's not that good, and other than throwing balls, maybe she will be good at throwing balls. You take that the way that you want to take it, but I know the way I'm taking it in an exam. And also, whenever she uses her quirk, she gets extremely nauseous, which will be a very big hindrance when she's trying to do hero work, because people won't wait for her to get nauseous. She'll probably just get killed in battle if she's not. Well, if she's hurling on the ground, that'll leave a lot of room for the enemies to come and attack her. So I feel like her quirk is a huge hindrance and not that good. And it's basically like Shigaraki's, except Shigaraki actually has a really, really good quirk. It's detonate. It's he can completely obliterate anything by just touching it. And also, this might be a little spoilers for the next chapter, but when Shigaraki comes out of his new transformation, he'll be much, much stronger. So, yeah. So that's the first point. Next point. Her inspirations / goals. Now, there's not much to say about Uraraka's inspirations, except they used to be pure-ish. She wanted to do it for the money. She didn't really want to save people. She wanted to do it for the money. And if Stain had his way, she would have got killed right after Ida. Because she wasn't a pure hero. She doesn't want to save people like All Might and Deku. She just wants to do it for the money. So even though it is for a good intention, she just wants to do it for the money. She doesn't want, like I said, she doesn't care about, except for her family. She just wants to do it for the money. And her new goal / inspiration is to be like Izuku Midoriya or Deku himself. Whenever they're in a situation where she needs to think herself through, she doesn't say, what is the logical thing to do? She says, what will Deku do? Every single time she does the hard suit, what would Deku do? What would Deku do? What would Deku do? That's literally all she says. Even other classmates ask her, does she like Deku? And when they live in the apartment, she's completely in love with Deku, and multiple times she says, "I need to stop letting my feelings get in the way." Like, as you can see by the clip, that's when she was told that she loved Deku, and of course she does, because that's her role. It's her role as a, what's it called, a shonen lead, even though she's not the best shonen lead, to always find love. Even though there are many strong shonen leads that found love, but there's other ones. See, as you can see in the clip, she's completely fixed on Deku and her love for him. As you can see, there is just pretty much her reason to be a hero is for money, for her parents, and she's completely in love with Deku, which is her goal and will eventually cloud her judgment. And if someone collects Deku and then she has to go find him, she will make an irrational decision, which will lead to a lot of people to be killed. Next one. Her other shonen counterparts. And when you think about some strong shonen girls, you think about Angel 18, Asuna from SAO, Ursa Scarlet from Fairy Tail, Elizabeth from Seven Deadly Sins, Kalen Khalifa from Dragon Ball, Karin from Naruto, and a whole bunch more strong female shonens. And these are really ones that are like big. There's a whole bunch more. I might just not know about them. And Kasune, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but it should pop up on screen in one of her clips. The girl from, the two sisters from, what's it called? One Punch Man, super strong female shonen ladies. And I just think that My Hero is breaking a streak. Yes, it's breaking a streak of very, very strong female shonen leads. The ones that I would find disappointments would it be, like, I never really, also, what's it called, for another good one, what's the girl from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Let me know in the comments what's her name, I forgot. But she made her own automobile business, and she's beating out a lot of the guys, which is really cool. Because automobiles are really big male industry, and she's doing things that no other woman has. And that's what's groundbreaking about these girls that you're seeing on screen and that I already talked about. They're doing great things for their series. Like the girl from One Piece, for example. She does great things for her series. But what does Uraraka do? What positive impact does she have on her series other than a female love interest for the main counterpart? The closest reminder I have of right now Uraraka is Sakura Haruno from Naruto, because she is totally completely fixated, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, fixated over Deku, just like how Sakura is fixated over Sasuke, and Deku, and the only thing Uraraka does is what would Deku do? And like Merlin from Merlin from Seven Deadly Sins, too. She does great things after being introduced in the war arc. She does great things against the Ten Commandments. Does great things against, whenever they're in it, they make a huge impact on the story. Uraraka does not make a huge impact on the story, even though she was on one of the first covers for the release of My Hero over 2 years ago. When there was release, she was on there, but she doesn't make a difference in the story. Unlike her other shonen counterparts, which made a huge difference. She is just there. I feel like she's just there to fill in space. And other girls like Momo Yaozurozu, has a great quirk and a lot of hidden potential that she can awaken. A lot of hidden potential that she has. Mina, a great quirk. Acid, she can do a lot with that. And I don't see any major drawbacks in her physical body, like Uraraka's sickness. Even though Momo can get a little, uh, can get a little, tired after using her quirk so much, she has a really reliable quirk. She can make pretty much anything that she knows the scientific build of. Like Khalifa, as you can see on screen, she only lost because Goku had to pull out Ultra Instinct, one of the most OP things in the series. Like Android 18, other and other. I can keep on naming a lot of great girls shonen. But Uraraka is just not one of them. She does not make a huge thing on other than a female love interest for our main hero, which is Deku. Even though we don't even know if Deku himself even loves her. Like, as you can see, if you read the chapters, I don't know if the show caught up to the manga yet, but when Deku was getting Black Lip, that pretty much the only real thing she did was she calmed him down, because female love interest. Like, and then the next part we'll be talking about her major accomplishments, but I can just start right here, like how the other girls had huge accomplishment. Urza Scarlet, she was one of the number one wizards in the guild. Higher than lots of boys, higher than Natsu. Gray, a lot of them. She was one of the strongest. I believe that when they came to My Hero, it's a man-oriented genre. Even though there's a lot of women that do great things, like I already talked about, I just feel Uraraka is not one of them. Next part. Her accomplishments. Alright, so I don't know many accomplishments that Uraraka has because, again, she's not on par as her other female anime shonen counterparts, but let's just try to find some. First, a lot of people say she did well against her fight with Bakugo, but that's totally not true. She completely did not stand a chance against Bakugo. Bakugo was in a whole nother class, and Bakugo could have easily just obliterated her from the get-go. He couldn't, like, one blast, he could send her flying if he cared. Like, you do not understand how much of a pity he was going on her. He was pitying her. If he really cared, he would have completely destroyed her. Her little special move where it was like, I'll get up a ruckus so I'll be able to send it. Bakugo completely shut that down on the spot. When Bakugo gave her all the things she needed for a little smart plan to happen, she choked. She pulled a Tony Romo in the playoffs. She choked. If you guys don't know what that means, it's a football reference. Yeah. I hate Tony Romo. But yeah. So, he was completely pitying her. He was obliterating her. Her little plan where I'm going to use all the ruckus and taking hits, so dumb. If she would have done one thing with the little dumb rockets, if you can see on the screen, he completely blew all the rockets up. And she says, I'll be like Deku. See, only thing she cares about is being like her little crush. She only cares about being like Deku. You see how easily her plan got shut down? She got knocked out, the KO. Bakugo didn't even move. Really. He was basically standing in one shot the whole time. Just using really one explosion. She was just choose. See, if if I was Deku. If she was Deku, don't be Deku, be you. She got knocked out. She couldn't do anything. So I don't want anyone saying that was her accomplishment. She got the floor knocked out of her. She was swept under the rug. So that's what I have to say. So this was why Uraraka is a bad character. My first video on my sub series, my analysis series I'm going to do. Only do if we hit the sub goal of 10 subs. So I think I recorded this when I had 40. So when we hit 50, I'll make the next part. But until then, I won't make another part. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And let me know if you guys have any discrepancies with any of my facts or my opinions. So let me know in that comment section below. You guys already know. It's been your boy, Nightmare, and I'm signing off. Peace.